ओम श्री साई राम। मन एक बार हरि बोल। मन एक बार हरि बोल। हरि 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 बोल। हरि 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 बोल। मन एक बार हरि बोल। ओम श्री साई राम। Swami says, you are what your mind is. If your mind is good, then there is no religion, no situation bad for you. But if your mind is bad, then there is no religion, no situation good for you. You are what your mind is. Such a fine instrument of God, such an important sacred instrument of God. It's a gift of God. Without human mind, there is no human life. But like every other institution, we have so much misused, mishandled our own minds. Not only our mind, Swami says, you have mishandled your mindless senses and senseless minds. You pamper it like you pamper your child, spoil it to the extreme, and then repent and try to control and do all the tricks of the trade because we do not know how to handle it. Swami says no need to control your mind. Trying to control your mind is like trying to control waves in the ocean. Mind is bundle of thoughts, bundle of desires. If you remove every thought, mind does not exist. But we have to deal with this very mind not only in this world, even to do our spiritual sadhanas or to try to attain our what we call liberation and salvation and what not. We will need this instrument. But how to tackle with this mind? Many scriptures, many sages, realized souls have given different opinions on this. They want us to control it, meditate upon it, eliminate it, kill it. So Mrs. Just leave it. Ignore it. Let it do what it wants to do. Don't follow your mind. The trick is that you should not follow the whims and fancies of your mind. Mind will create many desires, many fancies. That is its job. That is mind play. Let it play. Like a child will play, it will make and break and unmake. Let it. Don't disturb it. Keep a watch over it. Don't follow it either. Apply your discrimination, fundamental discrimination. Before taking any decision, Swami says, ask three questions. Is it good or bad? Right or wrong? And third, the most important one, is it necessary or unnecessary? Most of the time, we get trapped by so called unnecessary, necessary desires and dreams. Every one of us. We get involved into arguments, comments, criticism, analysis, so called, which are not necessary. If we really apply the fundamental discrimination, 90% of our problems will be solved by our own discrimination. Unwanted, as we stuff our house, in every house, if you at least in our country, you will find so many unnecessary things. We know we are not going to use them for years, maybe for generations. Still, we don't want to throw them. We do not know how to part with it. We do not know how to let go, let God. We have not been trained to do this. Swami says, holding harms. Holding hurts. Let go. Releasing is relaxing. That is why our not only our bodies but even our minds have become constipated, because we hold so many things we do not want to let go. Even small issues, insignificant issues, somebody passing even a small comment, we are gone. We do not know how to listen to the higher self. We are playing with the shells, Swami says, on the seashore. We are enjoying that play. But if you go and just remain there on the shore, what you will bring back? Sand and shells. You have to dive deep within the ocean if you are interested in getting the pearls out of your life, the pearls of wisdom. For that, we had to learn to play the higher game. Why you want to play always on the streets? Yes, initially it is okay. When we were kids, no problem. But now we have to raise our own standard. Let us learn to listen to our soul, not to our mind, not to our senses, because they are mindless senses, and this is our senseless mind. How long we are going to listen to their whims and fancies? How long we want to remain in kindergarten? Why not raise our own standards? God is there to help. Krishna is ready to become our charioteer. He is ready to uplift us, enlighten us. At least we can keep connected with Him. Keep our communications open with our own soul. I saw one movie in 70s. There was a beautiful spiritual dialogue in that. जो बात दिल और दिमाग चाहे लेकिन आत्मा न चाहे वो कभी मत करना. In simple English, don't follow the whims and fancies of your mind and your senses. Even if they want you to do certain things, don't listen to them. Don't control them or just ignore them. Like a child will go on telling, I want ice cream, I want chocolate. A wise parent will not try to beat him out or shout him out. Let it. Let him get tired of it. it will know that his or her demands will not be taken seriously. Learn to listen to your soul, because definitely our soul is older than our heart and wiser than our mind. So we have to learn to communicate, to listen to the voice of our own soul. For a moment, let those who do not believe in God or spirituality, let it, at least we have some higher self, because what belongs to us cannot be us. My body, my mind, my intelligence, my emotions. Then who am I? Swami says, I am I. We have to play our role with our body and our mind, whatever role is assigned to us. As humans, we cannot play animals. One girl student, and when I was giving a talk in Tata Institute of Social Sciences, she said, Uncle, we want to have freedom. I said, Manchidi, good. But which freedom do you want to enjoy? Do you want to enjoy the freedom of dog? Dogs do everything on the road. They have no shame, no guilt, nothing. Do you want to do everything on the road? Do you want that kind of freedom? You are human. You must have freedom, but you must aspire for human freedom. First, be human, behave human. That is your freedom. You are free to behave as human. Nobody can stop you on that. You are free to think as human. Nobody can stop you on that. You are free to act as human. Who will stop you on that? But if you want to act as dog, or Swami says, always tell yourself, I am a man, not an animal. Why should we want to behave like animals? Why? Where is the need? Do we want to imitate animals? Buddhi ledu. Aspire to go higher. Does any student study to go for demotion in the class? Go for the promotion. No examination, no promotion. Welcome examination, welcome challenges. Life is a game, but our life is also a challenge. So we have to be wise enough and mature enough to know what freedom do we actually want. Today the youth is behaving, Swami says, like animals on the roads, in the streets. That is why so much confusion they are creating. As Swami is one student, he wrote a beautiful article, written a book on that. Transformation from street dogs to street lambs. This is the mission of this avatar. Transforming our dog mind into God mind. A street dog will be a nuisance for the society. For every passerby, it is a nuisance. But the street lamp shades light. You want to become street dog or street lamp? Make a choice. And once we know our choice clear, then we listen to our consciousness. We will not listen to our mind. With mind, we are the masters of the mind. Master your mind and be a mastermind, Swami says. We should know how to deal with our mind, like a master knows how to deal with his disciple or subordinate. Like a father should know how to deal with his children. But today the fathers have become financiers. Mothers are behaving like models. What role model do they show to their kids? Swami often would say that there is no fault of youth. Youth are pure gold. Talli Tandri Dosham. This is the mistake of mother and father. Because of their own world in which they want to live in, they just want to provide finances and put them in care of caretakers, earn and spend and accumulate. The entire life is wasted on earning, accumulating, and spending, as if that is the purpose of life. We are not sure of our next moment, and we have our assets and our wealth for 7 generations. Ask any rich person. He will say, I have enough for my 7 generations. We always do what is not required to be done and then justify it. That is the USP of our human mind. It will always justify the unjustifiable. We are not certain of next moment, neither of our life nor the lives of our children. It is famously said, if your son is good, then no need to leave anything for him. He will manage. But if he is on the wrong path, again, there is no need to leave anything for him because he will go still in the wrong direction. Why you want to, if at all we want to leave something behind us for our next generation, let us leave some good thoughts, some good writings, some good example, a role model for them, that they would remember, yes, my father or my mother, he or she had this quality. That will give them confidence. Money they can earn on their. Why should we doubt that they will be dumbos? I think subconsciously every parent thinks that their children are all dumbos. They can't manage, they can't earn, they cannot live. Yad bhavam tad bhavati. That is why now the dumbos are produced. Where are those souls, enlightened souls? Who will play with the mind, the creation like masters? The courageous, enlightened minds. We have to relearn it and unlearn to follow our monkey minds, intoxicated monkey minds. We have to take decision, and once we take the right decision, God is always ready to help. Instead of always praying God to be on our side, the better idea would be that we should be on God's side. Why can't we decide to be on His side? That would solve every problem. If we are on the side of God, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Dhanushadhari Arjuna, when we decide to have God as our charioteer, He is ready to come down to that level. The Lord of the universe opting to become our charioteer, sit on the lower seat to guide us, to direct us, to protect us, to provide us with everything. But we have to make a choice. Those who give second place to God give Him no place. God has infinite patience. He will wait for millions of years for a stone to be transformed and evolved into a flower, for a dog mind be uplifted as God mind. He is never in hurry. He has that infinite patience with us. God is ready to give. Are we ready to take? Not yet, not yet, not yet. That is why Swami often says, wait, wait, wait. But how long can we wait? Can we really afford to wait? Are we not already very late? Let us take that bold decision to follow His command. And once we take that decision, like Arjuna, that Krishna, now I have understood, I am ready to follow your command. Then Swami says, I don't need your abilities or capabilities. I want your purity and your availability. He can get the things done. In this avatar, he told me, only through donkeys. Of course, he can get it done even through donkeys, as Krishna told Aurobindo. But in this avatar, he told me, when he appeared in my dream on my 50th birthday, I can get the things done in this avatar only through donkeys, because donkeys do not have any personal agenda. Let us not keep any personal agenda with God. He knows what to give, whom to give, how much to give, when to give, and when not to give. He knows. Let us have that hollowness of the flute, the straightness of the flute. Then he will pick up and play his music. Tomorrow I will reveal that how he has chosen this donkey instrument to do what actually I am not in any way capable or able or even aspiring to do. But when he decides, he provides. When he directs, he protects. Jai Bolo Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba Ji ki Jai.